No other intelligent race in the Milky Way galaxy has ever replicated the Eldar's unique approach to technology, nor have the Eldar applied knowledge from the primitive races that have inherited the galaxy in the wake of their fall. Eldar technology adheres closely to natural biological shapes and structures. This is quite understandable as there is no real difference between technology and nature to the Eldar mind. They are a single process by which the Eldar imbue living things with function and functional things with life. The materials that the Eldar use in their engineering are complex and varied ectoplastics that can be formed into a solid shape under psychic pressure. In some respects, they are more like living tissue than an inert substance, growing and reacting to their environment in a similar way that a plant does. The complete device or artifact can work in a conventional manner, but is always operated by psychic means. The greatest of these creations are the Eldar flyers. Each one gives the pilot a psychic connection, much like a throne mechanicum gives to a princeps of a titan, but with no lingering side effects. These pilots are still considered aspect warriors, and their aircraft becomes their weapon, the most popular of which has become the Crimson Hunters. And with that said, I want to welcome you guys back to another 40 Facts about the 40K universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about the Crimson Hunters of the Eldar. If you guys are new to the channel, we post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. What I try to do is I create a video with the first part being the lore portion, and then the second part being some form of the hobby, and then now I'm also answering questions from the previous 40 Facts videos. So if you guys have questions or anything needs to be clarified or even suggestions, just comment down in the comment section below, and then the following day I'll be able to answer it for you guys. I want to try to make these videos a little bit more complex. Today's video, I'm just going to keep working on an orc flyer that I've been painting for a while. I'm not going to get that far, spoiler alert, but yeah, I'm going to keep working on that one. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, hit the like button, do all that stuff that, you know, YouTube asks us to tell you guys to do. Well, not really, but, you know, you get the deal. But with all that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Crimson Hunters. The Crimson Hunters are amongst the most unusual of the Eldar aspect warriors. Their ritual war gear is not a blade or a sidearm, but instead a sleek aerial fighter that represents the pinnacle of the Eldar aeronautics. These formidable aircraft are known as Nightshade Interceptors, and are just as much a part of the Crimson Hunters' battle gear as a Howling Banshee's power sword or a Dire Avenger shuriken catapult. Their lethality, however, is measured on a different scale altogether. The Crimson Hunters are few in number, though their aspect shrines are becoming ever more widespread amongst the Eldar craft worlds. These temples of Kalamensha Kane are unlike any other. They are not buildings or landscapes at all, but tunnel-like collections of transparent atriums that float around the periphery of their craft world like archipelagos at the edge of a vast landscape. It is within these realms of captive sky that the Crimson Hunters duel, their weapon of choice, the bright lances and the pulse lasers gracing each interceptor's curving fuselage. The bright lances are laser weapons that use physically grown crystals to refine their already intense burst of coherent light to their optimal potency. Many Eldar consider the laser weapon the most elegant of all, exulting in the fact that their technological mastery extends even to light itself. Some heavier Eldar laser weapons are calibrated to send out a series of blasts, while others narrow their focus to such a degree that they can pierce any armor no matter the thickness. The Bright Lance is one of these such laser weapons, and it's equivalent to the Imperium's las cannons. It operates the same way, firing a concentrated blast of coherent light capable of destroying any enemy vehicle, though it's a lot more accurate than Imperial las cannon, making armor below a certain thickness completely irrelevant. The pulse laser is very similar. It's an Eldar weapon capable of firing a stream of powerful laser bolts. Compared to the Bright Lance, it has a higher rate of fire and a longer range, though at the expense of penetrating power. During the battles that take place in these shrines, the weapons of the Crimson Hunters are set to illuminate rather than to pierce, for the Nightshade Interceptors have been designed specifically to hunt down and destroy aircraft of any kind, even those of the Drukhari. A single beam of light can be the difference between victory and defeat, though it is said that the reflexes of the Crimson Hunters are so preternaturally sharp that they can even evade these. By training every night against their own kind, in essence the most gifted fighter pilots in the galaxy, the proud warriors of the Crimson Hunters ensure that the act of destroying the aircraft of the lesser races is a simple exercise that proves their inherent superiority over the sluggish would-be pilots that pollute the skies of the universe. That's how cocky the Eldar are. The Crimson Hunters embody the war god Kane's ability to leave a more powerful foe reeling and ready for slaughter. Soaring through the air in a blur of color, they hunt down and destroy the aircraft of the foe, ensuring total air superiority so that the ungainly bulk of the enemy army is left blinded and slow to react. Once the pinpoint strikes of the Crimson Hunters have ensured the enemy army is ripe for destruction, the barbaric horde is taken apart at leisure by the rest of the Eldari warhost. And then there are the Crimson Hunter Exarchs, which are very similar to the standard warriors of their aspect, except that they fly Nightshade interceptors that have been modified to carry heavier laser weapons, including the 2 star cannons in place of the standard complement of 2 bright lances. The star cannons are extremely powerful. The adepts of the Imperium of Man have never really harnessed the full power of a plasma weapon. Only the Eldari have truly mastered its full potential. To the Eldar, it is the furthest testament to the idiocy of man that he created a weapon that frequently maims or even kills its wielder. The sophisticated star cannons of the Eldar have no such flaw. Each weapon's plasma core produces an incandescent heat of a star, but sophisticated electromagnetic containment fields ensure that the weapon's exterior remains cool to the touch. A Crimson Hunter Exarch can place the Nightshade Interceptor's bright lances with more potent star cannons. This is why a Crimson Hunter Exarch can wield the 2 powerful star cannons. And those were 40 facts on the Crimson Hunters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I said I was going to do a painting thing, but again, the most that I've been able to paint on this guy is still just the black. These models are big, so it takes a while to paint flyers. I wish I had an airbrush, but I don't even know if that would actually help because of the technique that I'm using. Like I said in the video, or the 40 facts video, like a couple videos ago or episodes ago, I like to paint yellow as a primer and then wash it down or bring it down and then add highlights later on if I get to it. So maybe an airbrush wouldn't have even done any good. But yeah, this is all I have done. I do want to answer some questions that you guys left in yesterday's 40 facts video, the 40 facts on the Blood Angels Chief Librarian Mephiston. It came out kind of late, so there isn't that many. But this question comes from Hammond. According to Malleus, an Eisenhorn Warhammer 40K novel, an Imperial Infantry regiment numbers 750,000 men. That is 7,500 companies. Is this the normal size of a regiment? And if so, I have severely underestimated the volume of Imperial casualties. I love that last bit, yes. Not warriors, casualties. You have to remember that Imperial Guard regiments are huge, and the tithes that are collected from these hive worlds are massive because the hive world population is also massive. I just wanted to make sure I was recording, yes. So yes, I would not doubt that regiments are that large, but let me do some quick maths real quick. This isn't no AMC maths, but let's see. Yep. So you're right. 7,500 companies around there. Obviously, an Inquisitor is going to pull way more strings than like a planetary governor would do. But depending on how many regiments he needs or he thinks he needs, yeah, like he can pull that much manpower. And I actually haven't read Malleus. I read Xenos, and I really enjoyed it, but it's kind of the same situation. The Imperial Guard regiment that accompanied Eisenhorn during his little thing with the, spoiler alert, they are Noise Marines, was pretty big, and the majority of them, yes, they did die. Good question, though. Joe Davidson asks, what other species that exist in 40K do you want to see a model/unit on the tabletop? I would love to see the Hrud as like a mercenary faction in Death Guard. Yeah, the Hrud are really awesome. I don't remember if the Hrud are the time traveling dudes or the worm people. But either way, yeah, that would be kind of awesome. We're probably going to see it in Blackstone Fortress, honestly. The fact that we've gotten the Amble, we've gotten like a couple of different Xenospeed, the Kroot. I think we got a Kroot in there. Ratlings. No, not Ratlings. What are the little, basically the space hobbits? What are they called? Yeah, Ratlings. Yeah, we have Ratlings in there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that we'll find other models from other species within Blackstone Fortress, as long as the box set continues to get supported or that game continues to get supported. I personally, I would like to see the Rat Ghoul. Our Rat Ghoul video is pretty shitty. I'm not going to lie. It's an older video, but if I ever redo that video, They are just amazing. They're like Tyranids, but kind of more mysterious and less sci-fi, more like I said, horror-like. But yeah, good question. And there was another one. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Tempestus Lord Ryhan says, "Howdy. Came to ask if you would do a video on my homebrew chapter, the Storm Dragons." Yes, of course. If you guys have your own homebrew lore and you guys want us to create a video for you guys, all you have to do is email us at OneMindSyndicate1, so like One Mind Syndicate and then the number 1 at gmail.com. Send us a PDF. Check out the wiki, because the wiki does a really good job of allowing you to format your story, and it breaks it down to like the history, what they're known for, and like the specific big things. So format it there and then just send it over, and then we can create a video for you guys, and or for anybody that sends it over. But yeah, just email us that information. This isn't really a question, but it's a cool little comment. Lucius Merovec says, he needs his own set of wings with that new Primaris body of his. Yeah, I agree. I do like the look of Mephiston, though, as like Count Dracula, basically. He has that little cloak thing in the top, and then each one of the things is like a little like demon skull thing that is found within the shoulder plate of the librarians and stuff. So I do like that. But having wings would be badass, even if they were just jetpack wings. But yeah, those were the questions for today and the lore for today. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys have any other questions or any other comments, just comment down in the comment section below, and I'll read them in tomorrow's video. If you guys enjoyed this content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. As my throat is destroying itself. Go buy some AMC. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation. I knew I never had that much to lose.